Welcome back to another video, friends. Today what we're doing is taking the truck for a drive again, but I'm actually going to be going on my own and talking about a few topics. As you can tell by the title below, I want to talk about a few things. But first things first, I want to give you a status update about the front of the vehicle. So the other night we got back and it was pretty late, as you saw in the vlog actually. Well, we went through a puddle. I actually went off the side a little bit of the road because the truck's massive, and went in the puddle, and you can clearly tell I did. Couldn't tell until I got back there. As you can see, the vehicle is a little dirty. Sorry. Set the GoPro up, so now what we're going to do is begin this vehicle. Yeah, I love this thing. It sounds so cool. Like you ignore that I did that. Like you start it up, and all of a sudden, you have this little quiet V8 in the front, and it's like, oh my god, this thing's supposed to be like a massive tank. Anyway, so as I said, this is the first time I'm going to be driving on my own in the US without Meadow near me. My phone is about to play some music, so I'm going to turn that off. There we go. The reason this is a big deal is I don't really have maps available to me, which sucks. Well, I do. I'm lying. I have offline maps because I figured out that I remembered that you can download offline maps. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Let's do this. So, see if I can remember because I haven't driven this for a couple of days. It's a lie. On the road, not too bad. Anyway, a couple of things I want to talk about this video. A lot of things I want to talk about this video. Basically addressing a lot of stuff that people have been talking about and to do with the vlogs and that kind of thing. And the first thing I want to mention is why I'm in America, and a lot of people are commenting and saying, where have the games gone? What happened to the games? What happened to the vlogging at home in your bedroom? Basically, I'm in the US. I'm in the US for the rest of this month, so quite a while actually, quite a while. It's not massive long term, honestly, but hey, to a lot of people that's a long time. I mean, to me it's a long time. Why am I here? My girlfriend lives in America, and I'm here in the middle of absolutely nowhere, basically just trying to see how it is. Because again, I'm out on my own today. Normally, Meadow would be with me. So again, this is the first time I'm driving around on my own in the US, hoping that I'm actually going to manage to get somewhere without getting completely lost. But a lot of people are like, where are the games? And I've mentioned it in a few videos before as to why I've stopped doing as many games. The main reason is, friends, there's fuck all to play. So this trip couldn't have been in a better time. This is the perfect time. So when I get back, a couple of games start to roll out. We've got Dirt coming out soon, which I'm definitely going to cover. And obviously, I could very easily do what I've done for the past 2-3 years. And that is grind out some videos on games that eventually I just don't have fun on anymore. And I'm bored of doing that, so I don't want to do that anymore. Bored is the wrong thing to say. I'm not bored, I just don't feel as if I was enjoying the content as much anymore. Like, I didn't want to just release challenge this, challenge that, challenge this. I mean, the challenges are going to say, I love doing challenges, challenges are a lot of fun, but I don't want to milk out something, like sit there thinking for a couple of hours of an idea on what to do on Forza. Like, that's just, I don't want to do that anymore. I did it on Forza Horizon 2, I don't want to do it again on Forza Horizon 3. I'm just bored of that. But once I get back, I have plans to do a hell of a lot more knobhead stuff. I enjoyed doing that last knobheads video, but again, there'll be a lot more knobheads things on games. So much traffic for this small town. This town is so weird. Like, okay, this whole area, it feels very, very, very small in a way, but it's not. It's all very spread out. That's one thing about America. America is massively spread out. Everything is spread out everywhere compared to what it's like in other places around the world, like the UK, for example. All the towns could be like, the high street of a town could be like a street long, and the houses are plonked all around it for the next like 50 miles, you know, it's crazy. But it's kind of cool, it shows you how America's kind of formed up, and over time, like there's some areas where it's just massively crammed, and you just think that that's how that place started as well. Now, I mentioned in the last vlog that I got another one of those try not to cringe videos to put out. I've just got to edit those. Those are a little bit more time to edit than like a vlog, for example. So yeah, I'm trying to balance the fact that I'm in a different place without my main setup. So I think I'm doing pretty well so far. I think I'm doing pretty well, but I've got to try not to cringe to come out. I'm thinking of doing one with Meadow, trying to laugh, trying to cringe, something like that. And then I'm going to do, obviously, if there's any news or something to come with racing games coming up, I'm going to do that. There's a hell of a lot of stuff I'm going to cover for vlogs coming up very soon as well. Tomcat comes back home to where his family lives pretty much like once a week or so. So we will be doing something together. We've kind of mentioned some ideas, thrown some ideas around it already. But yeah, we're looking to do something together. Another thing that people keep mentioning is that I'm kind of more reserved. I seem more reserved to here, and I guess that makes sense because again, I'm in a completely different area. I don't know where I am. Like, if I didn't have my girlfriend, I would probably be lost. I mean, I could get home using maps or whatever, but I don't know where I am, okay? I'm with her family, and obviously when I'm vlogging with Meadow, she's very shy. She's not very used to it like I am, and at the same time, I'm very shy. When I'm vlogging with other people, it's very different to vlogging on your own. It's very different, and it might sound weird, but it's a very, talking to an inanimate object is so much easier. Like, people that have met me in person will know that I come across a little bit shy, and it's because I am. I've always been a shy person. I've just never been that massively confident. So, and one of the reasons I actually want to do these vlogs is because then it makes me go like, okay, I'm just gonna push and force myself in these situations where I'm usually quite awkward, and I'm just gonna have to get used to it. I've always wanted to be more confident, and especially with like vlogging in public and stuff, and this is gonna be a massive step into doing that. A lot of these vlogs aren't gonna be 10 minutes or over with the magic YouTube ad revenue thing, when I'm just not confident enough to film that much. So again, it's gonna make me want to go, you know what, I really probably should vlog a little bit more, but it's just gonna see how it goes, right? Some of the days are gonna be a little bit less exciting than others, which is just a given. That's just how life is. But I think it's pretty cool in the fact that, again, I'm here, I'm now on the road. Honestly, when I first got here and I first started driving, like Meadow actually made me drive her car a while ago. When I first started doing that for the first time, it was terrifying. Driving on the wrong side of the car, all that kind of thing. But since I drove that BMW in Germany, and since I drove more every now and again my girlfriend's car when I was in America, Meadow, if you don't know. The reason I keep saying Meadow girlfriend, it doesn't matter, it's the same fucking thing. People are getting pissed off with that as well. I don't get why, because I'm just saying that for people that are new to the vlog, that don't know, maybe they're new, I'll just say it's my girlfriend rather than just saying it's Meadow, you know? But I think it's just cool to take you along on this adventure. I could have very much just spammed out content beforehand and released it over time or whatever, but I was fed up of doing that because it limited how long I could stay in America with the person I'm with, you know? I just thought, you know what, stuff it. I need to just say stuff it and stay for as long as I want and try and think of a way to be able to do that. School bus! Orange school buses, yellowy orange. We don't get those cool school buses anywhere. I forgot the rules on them. Obviously they park in the middle of the road and they basically own the road after that point. I need to remember that. They're like taxi drivers, but they have actual rights. Kind of funny because I drive this big truck, and again, it's not the highest end truck, whatever. I saw like a 5500 the other day. It's freaking crazy. But I'm driving this massive truck and I feel like on top of everybody in their little cars, and I drive like a grandma, like driving the slow lane and everything. Woohoo! Big old diesel truck. And you know, a lot of people are also saying, why didn't you get the big diesel truck? I didn't have a bloody choice, mate. It's not my choice to make. And now attempting to park this thing. Though, to be fair, this thing has a better turning circle than my Audi. which is not an exaggeration, honestly. I think that's okay. So let's put it in park. And thanks to the people that actually told me what the park does. It basically locks the gears pretty much, like puts a pin in the gears or the transmission to stop it basically doing that. Oh, and also thank you to the people that actually told me about, thanks for telling me how I killed the camera with the voltage. Like I didn't have the technical part of it. What I'd killed it with is, because I looked at the voltage, I assumed everything, if you brought it to the UK, because it usually has a higher voltage requirement, you bring it to the US, it just kind of goes a little bit slower. But they have a different frequency here. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's get some grub. Update. It's a little bit later now, as you can probably tell by the lighting. But, my friends, I am now driving very easily on my own around here. It's actually quite easy. I've got offline maps, and that's the only reason. Otherwise, I'd be completely lost. But honestly, it's quite easy. Honestly, I can understand why it becomes easy for people to figure out how to get around here. One thing that does confuse me a little bit though is because in the UK, the driving idea is that one of the biggest things is that people speeding. Okay, in the UK, people speed. There's a big bulk of people that say always pretty much go the speed limit. If you go in the left lane or the slow lane, you always pretty much are going to be able to go the speed limit or lower. And in the slow lanes here, people still pretty much want to speed, and everybody's okay with speeding here, except for the fact that there's cops parked absolutely fucking everywhere, and obviously they have to, the whole mentality of that they have to capture a certain amount of people in the month, that kind of thing. The point is, it's very, very different here. And I don't think I'll ever get used to it, because I'm based in the UK, and it's just kind of confusing. It's hard to get used to, but I'm kind of trying, I'm doing it. But when I'll go in without maps, I'm just gonna go for a drive. I'm pretty much gonna go in a straight line. I don't want to leave the area of maps that I have downloaded. I have a pretty beefy area, so it's not too bad. But thank you for supporting these vlogs. And I know it's just every YouTuber says that, but when you try something that's different, this is completely out of my comfort zone. Again, I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. To try and get you a vlog every day, and a lot of people are saying like you don't have to put a vlog out every day, don't worry about that, but I've got plans. If I don't want to do a vlog, I've got a couple of videos to edit from home, and also we can do like a Q&A, which is a little bit of an easier, lighter video to do, because not every day is going to be massively exciting, unfortunately. That's just how life is. And if I had a vehicle here that I could upgrade and stuff, well, that would be a completely different story, but I don't, unfortunately. I just hope you know that I am actually very much out of my comfort zone right now, vlogging in a different place, being in a different place, being like so far from home, not really understanding everything. And that's why I always tell you about things that I'm learning as I'm going on, like how Americans are so much nicer and all this kind of stuff. But I don't know, I'm glad that you guys are on this adventure with me, and we could just kind of add things to this, because a lot of you are American, you know. It's quite cool to be able to like probably see a Brit in the US. And another thing I've figured out is that Americans don't really, well, I don't know if they know all the road rules, because they don't have to learn them, which I can't really blame them for being shit drivers, but some of them fucking are bloody ridiculous. Some of them just pull out. I'm driving along at 50 miles an hour in a big fucking truck, and you decide to just pull out of some parking spot. Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Because my brakes are amazing, of course. Well, they're not too bad, actually. Okay, so, wow, it's quiet. There aren't many places you can go in the UK where you just get out and it's absolutely silent. It's just so awesome how these roads are they're just dead. It's the mountains. It's insane. All I can hear is nature, and I think there's some kind of like, well, there's some kind of banging noise over there. I don't know if it's a gun, but I'm in America, so it may just be some guy shooting things into my garden. But I thought it would be a cool place to round off the vlog. It's so much fun driving this car now that I've kind of got a bit more confident driving it myself, but America is awesome. I love coming out here, because you can actually have areas to just think. It's so weird. I'm probably technically jaywalking right now, so I should get off the road. Are you allowed on the road when there's no cars? I don't know. But just look at these roads. It's like a massive mountain road that just keeps going up and up and up and up. It's so awesome. It just keeps going. But I wanted to stop here to round it off and turn back around, because I don't want to keep going, because I'm going to get completely lost out of the map area that I have. I didn't use maps, I just drove, so I don't know where I am, honestly. But here, you can go anywhere, just find some really cool, quiet places. It's so awesome, as I keep saying. Anyway, if you did enjoy this vlog, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.